You all may be seated. Okay. Miss Katrina, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, our son, Caleb James, he just turned 8, and he started school, and already he started having school issues in school. He's been getting into fights with other kids. He's been arguing with the teachers. He's not been doing his homework, and this is completely new behavior. He was an A and a B student, and now his grades are also dropping. And I think it has to do with what Bubba here is doing at home.
Okay. Well, what is Bubba doing at home?
So he's a truck driver, and during our marriage, there were a lot of issues with that. A lot of, strange women, just a lot of alcohol use, and I think that hasn't stopped. And now I think that that's affecting Caleb.
I don't think so.
Excuse me, sir. Once it is your turn, I will come to you. That's the first thing. Second thing, those loud outbursts, they will not be tolerated. Continue.
Thank you. So during the marriage, there were a lot of issues with infidelity, with drug use, with alcohol use, and he's still doing the same job. He's still driving the same routes. And so I think he's still bringing these same people into Caleb's life, into his home with our son.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, is there anything else you wanted me to know before I move over to him?
I don't know.
Okay. Can I call you Bubba?
Sure.
Bubba, is what she's saying true? You cheated on her, you're using drugs, you're drinking alcohol, you're doing all of this while you're transporting things in an 18-wheeler?
No. I actually work 1 week on, 1 week off.
Okay.
So we have shared custody. So
all right.
the week that I work, she has custody of Caleb.
Okay.
The week I have off, I have custody of Caleb.
All right.
Now, some of the things she's saying, yes, I do drink sometimes,
Are you drinking while you're driving that 18-wheeler?
I do not drink while I drive, no.
All right.
I drink occasionally when I'm home. It's not too bad, but with...
Well, where would she be getting that from?
Well, I have a lot of female clients that I do transport for. So she thinks that I'm, getting these jobs because I'm sleeping around, which she's very promiscuous herself, so...
Oh.
Yes. Caleb has told me that she has brought in a lot of men around him, and he doesn't know who they are.
Okay.
Folks, we are living in a time of moral confusion, cultural decline, and spiritual apathy. The conversations happening in the courtrooms, in the classrooms, and even online platforms shows the deeper sickness infecting the heart of our generation. And what do we do when we look inside? What do? We see entitlement instead of effort. We see excuses instead of responsibility. We see degrees without direction and freedom without discipline. Can you imagine? And these are not fiction. These are real voices speaking into real problem. People want the benefits of adulthood without the burden of responsibility. That is crazy, folks. But welcome to the 21st century, okay? Proverbs 12:11 says, "Those who work their land will have abundant fruit, but those who chase fantasies have no saints." This generation has been chasing status without sacrifice, and it shows. It does, ladies and gentlemen. It does.
So Caleb is just seeing a lot from the both of you, sounds like.
Maybe not.
Okay. And Caleb, he's 8. Who pays health insurance for Caleb?
I do.
All right. How much do you pay?
$75 a month.
Okay. And Miss Katrina, you're looking for him to pay child support?
I am.
Based on what?
So when COVID hit, I lost my job, and I just haven't been able to find a comparable job to that. And I was doing engineering.
And you can't find anything comparable during COVID?
No.
In engineering?
No. So my degree was in chemical engineering.
Okay.
But all the jobs I've been finding have been mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. I haven't found something that's comparable to what I've been doing.
Okay. I don't know much about engineering, but how much more different is it?
I mean, I think it's pretty different.
You think, but how different is it?
I don't know, because I haven't done mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, so I don't have a basis to compare the two.
What do you think about that?
I just think she's lazy.
Oh, well, you said it.
Because with her, she has a degree in engineering. Chemical engineering.
Wait a minute, stop right there. You have a degree in engineering.
Yes, that's how I got my job in chemical engineering.
Right. So you can't do a general engineering job with that degree?
It's not comparable to what I was doing.
That wasn't my question. Have you looked for jobs that will pay you for general engineering?
Yes.
All right. How many interviews have you gone on?
3 or 4 in the last 6 months.
3 or 4 in the last 6 months, and they all said no to hiring you?
Yes.
That's interesting. I saw you signal over here. You said 0? Mm-hmm. How do you know, sir, that she hasn't gone on any of these job interviews?
I have a friend that she knows, and he's told me.
Oh.
Because he's been sleeping with her.
Oh, okay. Well, that's none of my business. Has nothing to do with me. Miss Katrina, I haven't heard a single reason why I should place this man on child support. He testified and said that he works 1 week on, 1 week off. He has Caleb during his week off. He pays health insurance. You have Caleb, I'm assuming, well, not an assumption, what he said, that when he's on, you have Caleb. I'm assuming all of that's the truth, right?
Yeah, we do have that 1 week on, 1 week off, but with these behaviors that Caleb's having, it's just, he needs treatment, he needs help, he needs counseling, he needs something to help.
And I don't disagree with you there. I do believe that if he is having behavioral issues and everything like that, maybe seek some type of therapy, play therapy maybe, individual counseling, maybe you all could do family counseling, but that is not a legitimate reason to place this man on child support. So I'm going to deny your request today to place him on child support. And in addition to denying that request, that $75 that he's paying, I'm going to have you split it. Since you share custody, you need to share costs too. So $37.50 is what you will be reimbursing him for health insurance every month. Okay. Is there anything further?
No.
Is there anything further, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is heartbreaking. This is heartbreaking. Parenting is no longer seen as a sacred duty, but an inconvenient detour. It's seen as an inconvenient detour. The very people who brought children into the world are walking away from them. How sad. How sad. 1 Timothy 5:8 reminds us, if anyone does not provide for his relatives, especially for the members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. And yet here we are with grandmothers, strangers in courtrooms having to pick up the slack because people no longer want to grow up and to take care of their own. That is terrible. Justice today is no longer about what's right, it's about how you feel. Courts are weaponized, child support is abused, and people cry, inequality, not because they have been mistreated, no, but because life didn't go the way that they fantasized. Literally. Isaiah 5:20 warns us, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness. This culture has flipped morally upside down and still expects peace Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This isn't just about one code video. This is a reflection of where our generation is going. That's the danger. We excuse ourselves from effort but demand reward. We abandon our children but expect society to raise them. We fail at adulthood but blame others for the fallout. How crazy. What we are witnessing is not a mere dysfunction, but it is the fruit of a culture that is removed God from the center. Literally. That is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus said in John 8:12, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. Absolutely. Until we turn back to the light, we will continue to stumble in the darkness of broken homes, broken thinking, and broken hearts. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it.